Yes, sir. It's your boy Easy Cruising 365 back at it again. I wanted to tap in today with y'all. We're gonna do a 100,000 mile review on my truck. I should have been did it. It's a little over 100,000 right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that today. This was kind of later on in the day, but yeah, 100,000 mile review on my Ford F-150 2016 Ford F-150. Okay, let's get into it. For the most part, it's been a good truck for me. I done had it for about going on 4 years now. So it's been a good truck for the most part. The first thing I had to change was a couple years ago was the coil packs, which that's just over wear and tear over time. So that wasn't too bad. A quick fix, couple $100 to fix. The next main one that was really a kicker that I'm still trying to figure out right now is the transmission. Not technically the transmission. If you go look at a video I did maybe a couple weeks ago, not a couple months ago, about the lead I think it's lead module frame sensor, something like that. Look at my video, I got it, or I'll put it on the screen for this video. And what that is a sensor tell your transmission to where it switches gears or whatever. So it'll kind of alert or rev high RPM before it changes gears, or have a real lurking jerk, or you get a check engine light or something like that to come on, and that's your lead module sensor. And I'm gonna have to take it back because it's still kind of, I think the one they put in, the RPMs are real low, so it shifts gears really quick. It's not really stretching them out. So that's the main issue that I had with this truck. Out of 100,000 miles, that's the main one. It's not the transmission itself, it's the sensor of the module that's actually having an issue with it changing the gears. It still runs good, but if you get on it fast, it'll hesitate to change gears. So that's about the only thing I had to do. And I also changed the throttle body, but that was because I thought that was the issue with why it was lurking and not switching gears or whatever. Not switching gears, but delaying switching gears. But that wasn't it. But for 100,000 miles, that's about it. And you know, I think that was probably $1,000 to fix. And I think the sensor I got is a year warranty. I just got it a couple months ago. So I'm gonna take it back up to them, let them look at it again, and I think that's probably gonna be the problem, which it shouldn't be that hard to fix. But for the most part, it's been a good truck. And the main thing is, I would say about this situation is, Ford sells us these vehicles. That's gonna be their downfall. They know this has been a problem off of factory production when they first ship these trucks out. This is a common issue. If you got a 2015 to 2020 truck F-150, you're gonna have this type of issue with your truck. That lead frame module, or the TCM or the TPM or something like that. I'll put it on the screen, but check out my video, I got it up there. But it's a known factor with these trucks, and for Ford not to, you know, do nothing about it, and if you go to the dealership, you're gonna actually spend a hell of a lot more money to get it fixed. And they know this is an issue. They know it's an issue, but they will not fix it. They will not do a recall, even though Ford has done over 25 recalls this year on so many vehicles. I don't see how they're still in business. Their quality control is not there. It's just they charging so much for these trucks. Luckily, I got a good interest rate on my truck 4 years ago, so I ain't paying on 20%, 15, 10. No, I'm paying about 3% on this. So no, I got my truck for a decent price. My truck about paid off. But for them to be selling these trucks for the price they sell them for, and they got all these issues and recalls, but they don't want to cover it. They basically just building lemons at this point, and it is a law called, it's a lemon law where they know, but it's probably hard to prove, but it's a lemon law where you can, if you can prove it, that the dealership or Ford, they knew they sold you a lemon, you can sue them and they'll pay for your truck or they'll give you the money or whatever. But yeah, this Ford, the recall for Ford is gonna be they number one problem if they don't fix it. But they want to charge you for all this extra, and the vehicles are not even worth it because they're building to break right now. They're building these vehicles to break. They ain't building them to last. These vehicles, I'm probably have this truck for a long time. I'm probably not gonna get another truck. I'll probably have this truck for a long time. I'm not getting another truck because it don't make no sense. It's gonna be a lemon. That's what I think. But yeah, but for 100,000 miles, it's not too bad. You know, your basic issues, change your spark plugs, coil packs. That's your basic ones you're gonna have. But like I said, for 2015 to 2020, and probably shit from 2009 to 2020, I say from there. Hey, look for that lead frame module sensor, which basically is the sensor or the valve that tells the transmission to switch gears. That's basically what it does. That's gonna probably be your main that I've found thus far at 100,000 miles. That's gonna be your main problem. Don't go to Ford. Don't let them work on it, because find you a good mechanic, good transmission mechanic, and let them work on it. You'll come out a lot cheaper as shit, because the part ain't no more than about $300. I seen it for them $230. I think they got it on American Trucks right now for about $230, $300 at the highest. But you gotta look where the labor's at. I've seen some videos, finally seen some videos online where it's not that hard to get to if you're some kind of mechanical inclined, but it's not that hard to get to. Just making sure you put everything back on the right way. But like you said, I paid about $1,000 to get mine fixed, and I'm still having a little bit of issues, but we're going to get it fixed, and I'm going to give y'all an update on that. But yeah, I think that's going to be your biggest issue for if you got a, you know, I say 2009 F-150 all the way to 2020. But yeah, that's about it. Like I said, for the most part, it's been a good truck. Just minor issues, fortunately. But, you know, that's about it. Would I recommend this truck? Yes, no. I would say, I said yes and no, because I don't know. I haven't, this is my first Ford. I never had a GM. My brother has a Dodge 1500, a Ram 1500. His truck's been really good. I think he has it in 2015. He hasn't had no major issue with it. And that's a Hemi though. That's a 5.7 Hemi. But I got a 5.7 Hemi in my damn Challenger, so I ain't had no issues with that. Just the same thing. Main wear and tear, coil pack, spark plugs, just wear and tear, alternator here and there. But other than that, it's a decent truck. But I recommend it. Maybe sorta. Ford gotta get their shit right with the recalls and stuff. They got the value the recalls. But yeah, that's about it. It's your boy Easy Cruising 365, and I'm out.